Hello, fifth grade. Mrs. Phelps here. I wanted to talk with you through how to use a map grid and how to use a scale. So you will need your packet pages 7 and 8 in front of you and a pencil. I have my coffee, so if you want some coffee, go ahead and get that. No, but we'll get started and do this. Okay, so when we use a map grid, this is something you're probably familiar with. This is something that you have oftentimes used in math. It is also something, if you've ever played the game of Battleship, that you have played. So there are some letters on the top of the grid and there are numbers on the bottom. And basically what you're going to do is if you have a number, or if you're given like a coordinates, you're given the letter and then the number. Okay, so we're going to look at this one of D7. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to D, and then I'm going to scroll down the boxes until I get to 7. So there's a star here. That's how it's D7. Does that make sense so far? All right, so let's look at these and see if we know what we're doing. Okay, so H2, we're going to draw a triangle there. So I'm going to over here look for H, and then I'm going to come down. This is 1, this is 2. So the other way you can do it is start with a finger here and here and just go till you meet. And then you're going to draw a triangle there. Check, did that one. Okay, it says draw a circle at C3. So same thing, I can draw and go until my fingers meet, or C3. Or I can go F all the way down to 6. Okay, I'm not gonna do all of this with you. So go ahead and pause the video until you do 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then when you unpause it, you can double check your answers here with mine to make sure that that makes sense. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or chat with your home teacher. Battleship is a great way to play this too. If this is something that you are interested in, they use a map grid in the ocean, right? To as you play. Okay, questions about that, send me an email or chat with your home teacher. Let's flip the page and look at page 8. Okay, so a map, in an ideal world, a map would be drawn to scale, meaning it would be accurate. If something is 2 miles away, it would show exactly at 2 miles away. However, that would get really cumbersome to carry around these ginormous maps that are literally miles wide. So what they've done is they will take a map of whatever it is. In this case, we're looking at the United States, and they will shrink it down. And then they'll say, hey, we know that obviously the distance between here and here is like a lot of miles, but we can't show that on a map, right? That doesn't make sense. So what they've done is they've created a scale. A scale is like a key. This is what it's using. It's saying, hey, you know, for this inch or this 2 inches or this centimeter, whatever it is, it stands for a certain amount. It's almost like a proportion or like a mathematical problem that you have to find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how you do that, okay? So for these are all written in states, but notice there are no states here. So if you are unsure as to which one is which, you are welcome to just double check and look it up on another map. Okay, but we're going from Texas, which is here, to New Mexico. Okay, and so what we want to do is figure out in general where we are going. Okay, so we have a scale here. I know that from here to here is 200 miles. Okay, and then I went through and I added little 50s in between, right? Because this is not perfect numbers. So we'll have to know where we're going. So I did this to kind of help myself as I'm trying to figure out where we're going. All right. So you can do this one of two ways. You can turn your map so you're looking at it like this. You can if you want to do it backwards, the opposite, either one is fine, okay? But you're going to kind of put the first little number. I did mine on an index card. I recommend that you get like a sheet of paper, a scrap sheet, an index card, Post-it note, something, and create this also, and it'll make it easier to move as you go, okay? So I'm going from here to here, is 200, right? I'm going to put it kind of in the center of the star. Here to here is 200. And then I have just this little teeny bit more to go. I'm going to say it's about 50. So it would be 200 plus 50. So the distance from Texas to New Mexico is about 250 miles. Yes, you do need to write miles because that is important. We're talking about it in terms of scales, so that's why that's important. Okay, let's look from California to Washington. Okay, so same thing, put it in the middle of the star. I'm gonna get about 200 here, and then I'm gonna move it. And look at that, get about 200 more. So 200 plus 200 is 400 miles. Okay. Okay, so now we're going from New York, which is right here, to Idaho, which is right here. Whew, that's a long one. It's okay to make marks on your map to help you measure from one to the other. Okay, so I'm going to go about, 200, and then I'm going to go about 200, I'm going to go about 200, 200, and then like 125 maybe. So for me, this makes it easier, okay? I know that I'm going 200, 200, 200, 200. Then I just have to go back and count and add them up, right? So 2, 4, 6, 800, 925 is ish what I got. Now, keep in mind, this is oftentimes an approximation. You're not going to get down to the nitty gritty of it. But if you're just like, if you're planning a road trip and you're like, I wonder how many miles it is about from Idaho to New York. This would be something that you would want to do to figure it out. You're not looking at the exact roads that you're taking. You're not looking at like highways and traffic and all that. This is just in general about what is the distance. You know, if you were to travel from one place to another, approximately how long might it take you, or approximately how many miles in between is it? And I'm going to do one more with you, and then I want you to pause the video, and I want you to do the last two on your own, and then you can unpause the video and check to make sure that you are correct. Okay, we are going to go from Colorado to Louisiana, which is right here. Okay, we're going to check and see about how many that is. So I'm going to go from here to here, which is about 200. And I'm going to go here to here, which is about 200. And I'm going to go here to here, which is about 100. So the answer is 500 miles. Okay, so pause the video and you are going to figure out for number 5. So from Illinois to Arizona. And then you are going to figure out from Kentucky to Wisconsin. Okay, so pause the video, do that, and then check back in. Okay, so hopefully you measured number 5. Did you get 650 miles? And from Kentucky to Wisconsin, did you get 300 miles? If so, great. Leave this in your binder, no sweat. If you did not, then go ahead and check back with me to make sure. Email your teacher or check with your home teacher if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.